Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? A Thursday night party.
I don't think that's how
It's
that goes.
Doc Leesner and John Gotti, and we're here on Thursday morning. Debate amongst friends, that is. Doc Leesner, the podcasting beast, alongside the Professor John Gotti. No slipping of the tongue today. That's right, the king of RNG, the troll master. That's right, I said the king of RNG, the troll master, the data analyzing ninja, the Gerber of his own fate, the Terminator. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like he's going over there for the broom. Oh, nope, he turned around, must have programmed his D-bot. That's right, he's the cleaner.
Wow, I am the best podcasting machine, the least hype machine. And apparently Doc is doubling down today, folks.
Doubling down with my soul.
But I had quite the treat last night watching an opening bout. Ended in a draw, but how sweet it was. But Doc, I know you're always tranquilo, Doc El Idolo. I mean, your quarterback is just being talked about all day today.
Yeah, he's going to be playing for another 20 years, apparently. He's the next wave. He's the previous wave, the wave before that, and the next wave, all wrapped into one quarterback.
You know, it's funny. So, 2 years ago, I began this media crusades.
You did.
And I love the fact that so many people share my sentiments. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers for talking about the exact same crap that I have been talking about for the past 2 years. ESPN, you should be ashamed of yourself. Tom Brady started his first game 20 years ago today. And apparently that requires for them to just have it all over their bleeping website. We have a Thursday night game, folks. Panthers are 2-0. They're a hot team right now. Texans 1-1. No, they gave the Browns a pretty good game. Anyone talking about that, Doc?
No,
they're not.
No.
We want to talk about Tom Brady's first game 20 years ago. You think Tom Brady cares about what happens 20 years ago? Heck no.
Man, shout out to Tom, though. I mean, still going. Like I said last week, or it might have been this week. It's all mixing together. The fact that he's still throwing with similar velocity, he's not making any bad choices. We've seen some quarterbacks, overstay their welcome. Their interception rates go up, touchdowns go down. They get sacked more. Their reaction time is longer. They can't escape the pocket as much as they used to, so on and so forth. But Tom has found a way every year to get better.
You hear me say that line time and time again. When there's a will, Doc has a way.
Wow. I mean, I guess since we're talking about Tom and instant classics, Omega versus Brian, we might as well start with the QB index. We went over that ESPN crap.
Ridiculous. That's so
week.
Dumb.
Let's see if the NFL.com folks got it any better. This is Greg Rosenthal. And he starts off with a banger. I mean, obviously he puts Tom Brady at number 1. I'm thinking it's more or less because Tom is, 99 years old and, leads the league, I believe, in touchdown passes right now at 9. I don't think it's by much. I'm pretty sure Derek Carr is up there. Kyler Murray, there's a couple people who are close.
7, yeah.
Yeah. So I believe right now Tom leads the NFL currently with 9. So he must be going to prove a point. But the first line is what catches my attention, Johnny. It says 1 week after ignoring Mike Evans.
I don't know if the term was ignoring.
I don't think it was ignoring. I mean, he went to Mike a few times in that first
That
game.
That might have been an exaggeration of a line.
I thought so too. But that's a part of the media. That's what made you go crazy. Those kind of things. I mean, but Mike came back with 2 touchdowns this week, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of worried because I was like, well, dang, how am I going to get 1,000 yards this season, right? But then I look and I'm like, we got more games. So even if he got
plenty, there are plenty of games for Mike Evans to get 1,000 yards.
Big time. So obviously, Tom, number 1, 44 years old, 9 touchdowns, only 2 picks, and he got that little rush that the world is going crazy over. I just saw it on Instagram. He said, "Man, I wish you would have put that video in slow motion." It was in slow motion because he runs slow.
That's hilarious.
But a guy who isn't slow, Patrick Mahomes, falling from number 1 to number 2. And I didn't mention, but Tom Brady went from, I don't know how they had it, but Tom Brady went from number 2 to number 1.
Yep.
Which I don't know how. I mean, he had 4 touchdowns week 1. I thought he looked better against the Cowboys than he did against the Falcons, but that's neat. I guess that's just me. The throws that he made to Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin versus the Cowboys, I thought were better than the touchdowns.
I can agree with that.
But that's just me. But Patrick Mahomes, number 2. I mean, he's going to always
got
be top
dinged because
5.
his team lost the game.
Yeah. And he's throwing to, of course, his regular weapons, Kelsey and Cheetah. But he also has a former EFL favorite, Brian Pringle.
Yep.
Which is awesome. EFL players are just standing out this year, I feel like. Isn't that ironic?
It's not ironic. It's EFL scouting these players before they became household names.
And if you don't know EFL, I mean, you can always go to our Gaming Amongst Friends Instagram, as well as our Gaming Amongst Friends Facebook page. It's still active if you want to see all that old EFL action, which, Shadow actually wants me to bring back. I didn't tell you that, but, I got to talk to the commissioner about that. But number 3, we have Aaron Rodgers, sir.
Slicing and dicing the Lions.
Yeah, I mean,
if he didn't have the stinker of a first game against the Saints, he probably would have been at least number 2, if not number 1.
Which is why I'm surprised that he's still number 3, because it doesn't look like he moved up or down. Look like they just left him.
Hardly anyone really moved.
I think they gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Which is the other problem I have with it. I would rather, when you do a rankings, you're going based off of stats.
Yeah.
What the team did for that week, just that week.
Mm-hmm.
And how that particular player performed.
And I feel like they did the same thing with Russell Wilson. Again, benefiting. I think it's the benefit of the doubt because they lost also.
Yep.
But obviously he had a good game. He hasn't thrown any picks yet, so that's already a plus. But he remains at number 4. But when I look at, number 5, 6, and 7, I feel like somebody's missing here. So number 5, we have Lamar Jackson, obviously running wild.
Literally running wild.
Yeah. He has 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns, but he also has 3 fumbles. Obviously, he won the game versus Kansas City on the ground and through the air.
If we were going based off of stats, he would not be top 5.
Nope. And I'm going to tell you who I think should be top 5 once we get down to him.
Okay.
But number 6.
If you say Kyler Murray, we're going to stop the stream right now.
No, we're not going to stop
I know it's not Kyler Murray, but
yeah,
I just wanted to say that.
I'm interested in number 6 here. Two games in. 675, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble. Obviously, he had some great throws against the Cowboys in a losing effort. So I am surprised that he's number 6. So far, this top 6 is pretty questionable to me. I'm not 100% sure what the bleep is happening but yikes, right?
Yeah.
And then we have number 7, Kyler Murray, which I do think he should be ahead of those last two.
I can agree with that.
However, 689, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's playing great. They went ahead and, won these last 2 games. They're 2-0. They're one of 7
I'm so
teams.
sorry, Paul Allen.
He made it. No,
he missed it. I can't believe it.
He missed it. Number 8, Dak Prescott, which he started out high against the Bucks, but it seems like he might have cooled down just a little bit.
Oh, that's because they're going back to the run. And that's the issue that Doc and I always have with the Cowboys is we don't know what their identity is.
Right.
Like some weeks they want Dak to just throw it 40 times a game, and then other weeks they just want to give the ball to Zeke.
Ezekiel. Number number 9 is who I want to discuss here. And he moved up 4 slots.
Yep.
Derek Carr. 2 games. 817 yards, leading the NFL. 8 yards per attempt, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 15 yards, obviously 3 fumbles, which could be holding them back. But the big throw to end overtime last week and then to come out and beat the Steelers, I feel like Derek Carr should be top 5.
I will actually agree with you. If we're going to bump up Lamar Jackson, even though he has, how many more turnovers than him? I think 1 or 2 more turnovers than Derek Carr.
2 fumbles.
I feel like Derek Carr's not getting any credit right now. Derek Carr, who was an MVP candidate before he got hurt that one season.
That's true. Well, I guess it must be the 3 fumbles. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
But you can't say that and then say Lamar Jackson is top 5 with 3 fumbles and then 2 picks.
They must feel like Lamar is just more exciting. That's something I can think of.
Well, I don't think that's something that can be measured.
It's not. But number 10, we have Josh Allen, who I'm surprised is still number 10, but he did drop to 5.
Dr. Prof both like Lamar Jackson. We're being very critical based on his placement on the list. We're not saying that he's not box office because he is.
Oh, no. He's definitely box office without question. Josh Allen.
Those Raven fans don't get pissed off at us again.
No, we don't want that. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 fumbles. I mean, obviously, rough start against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And then he comes out. They have a pretty okay effort. I know you mentioned that their offense wasn't clicking versus the Dolphins.
It still isn't clicking yet.
So he did fall 5 spots. So that makes sense. This makes sense. But if you move Derek Carr up, and he's down to 11.
Exactly.
At least. Ryan Tannehill drops 1 slot to 11, which he should be. I don't know. I had to see who's after him, which just could drop him further. 559, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and again 3 fumbles. It seems like the quarterbacks are just fumbling. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But number 12, this is a shocker here. Matthew Stafford actually dropped 1. 599, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 0 fumbles. I feel like he should be above. He should be number 10.
Thank you. Thank you for saying this.
He should be number 10. There's no question about it. I would even say
his team is still 2-0.
Yeah, I would even say he should be number 10, and Kirk Cousins should also be top 10 at 595, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 1 fumble, but they did lose.
Yep.
And I don't know, again, if this is the determining factor. Is it the losses? Like, what is it? Because one fumble compared to the 2 and 3 and 5 turnovers that everybody else has. Maybe it's because Kirk isn't, I don't know what to even say. Maybe he's not
a big name. Say it. I'll say it.
I mean, he is at this point. He got the guaranteed contract.
So, just because you got a guaranteed contract doesn't mean that you're not a household name.
I don't know. I think people know who.
Kirk Cousins get invited to the barbecue.
Wow. Number 14, we have Baker Mayfield, who, I mean, I don't know. I would have to see who 15, 16, and 17 is, but I'm not buying the hype on this one. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. It's nothing jumping off that says top 15 for me.
I could agree with that.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
But then look at number 15.
Right.
And we're taking the same argument with Derek Carr.
That's what I'm saying.
With another 2-0 team, but he's number 15. Doc.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Teddy Bridgewater.
I mean, I mentioned it, Teddy B. I think I said it all week. Teddy Bridgewater, he played great in Minnesota, played great in New Orleans, played great in Carolina, and now he's continuing his dominance. If he can stay healthy, I don't see why he's not top 10. So now that this just ruins the validity of the whole argument.
Thank you.
I'll go honorable mention.
Just on completion percentage alone, he's top 5.
And I'm going to go honorable mention this one here, and that's Daniel Jones.
Who's having a career year, but the team sucks.
Great. He's playing great. 2 games, 63.8 completion percentage, 516 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 122 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and only 1 fumble. That's a good start for Daniel Jones.
It's a great start.
And he should be top. He should definitely be top 15. We can definitely drop, the likes of Baker Mayfield. We can drop the likes of Ryan Tannehill. You could drop Josh Allen. And get these guys up there because, and maybe they're getting them because of the yards. Obviously the completion percentages are a little higher, and maybe that's what they're going based off of. But I don't know.
Like we could make an argument for Jalen Hurts.
True. Who's last? Let's see who's last. Zach Wilson is last, and that makes sense.
No, Trevor Lawrence is last.
Oh, I didn't even look at 32. Ooh, Trevor.
32 teams.
Yikes.
And I can make the argument that Zach Wilson should probably be last.
He should. I could see that. That stinks because.
But how insane is this though? Taylor Heineke is number 30. He only threw 1 pick in the whole season.
Well, my man Heineken, man, because he only played that really 1 full game. He did play 2 games, but it was in relief of Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
But I think if he gets in the game not gets in the game, but if he has a good game next week or this week.
He's basically getting that Tyrod Taylor treatment, unfortunately.
Right. I'm interested to see how Justin Fields is going to do on this list. But we'll have to wait and see. But let's get to this Thursday night game, Johnny. Let's see what we got here. We got the Texans. We got the Panthers. New quarterback.
Texas.
New quarterback alert behind the magic man, Tyrod Taylor, Mr. Mills, man, Davis Mills. Can he do it, Johnny? Thursday night, everybody's watching. Will we see the trend continue? What do you say?
So I didn't see the spread yet, and I'm afraid to see the spread right now. Let's find out what the spread is. Hold on. Let me look at the spread. So right now, the Panthers are favored by 8 points in the spread tonight.
Because, Sam Darnold's balling out. And Texans, they're so far.
And it is also a Thursday night game.
It is a Thursday night game.
So
Sam Darnold's also balling out.
Stuff happens on Thursday nights.
True. Do we see a star in the making, though, is the question.
I think Mr. Mills may actually have a really good game tonight.
Uh-oh.
But
is it because of the Tyrod effect, or is it because of
the Tyrod effect? Of course, come on.
Okay.
But I believe the Panthers will win this game, and I believe they will also cover.
Thursday night games have been coming down to the wire. I'm not sure they're going to cover.
You don't think they can get at least 8 points for a deficit win? They can't win by 8. You say that they're gonna go over?
Under.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're covering. They're -8.
So it's -8. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think so. Then I think it'll be over.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
No. You know what? You're right. It will be under.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
I know.
Because it could easily be 10. Oh God.
Well, the problem is they can get a pick 6 at the end of the game, and absolutely boost us.
No, yeah, and that I feel like it's gonna be 10.
So you're saying over? I mean, yeah. I'm making sure that you say it this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it this time.
Because of what happened this past week.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a minimum of 10. I think unless Davis Mills goes bananas, because maybe the Panthers come in underestimating the power of Tyrod. And they just don't get it.
They're coming in with the 9th best pass rushing.
Doesn't matter. Power of Tyrod compels him.
So you have the Panthers winning and going over on the spread? Is that
yeah, I do. Okay. I do.
Okay.
I mean, so what? So obviously, if the Texans win, the spread is busted. Period. Right?
No, you could still say over under 8 for that. So you could still bet on the Texans losing, and they're still covering. But if you go the opposite, now you have to do a different spread. So that would be something different. So if you have the Texans winning, you would have to say like, oh, the Texans going to win by, I don't know, 10 points or something like that.
Davis Mills, man, from Stanford, 6'4", 44.4 completion percentage. I don't know. I mean, that's not great. I mean, he did play against the Browns. He had 102 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but I think against the Browns.
You gotta make a decision, Doc.
Oh, I mean, I'm going with the Panthers, but I'm going to say they're going to win +10. But gotcha. I'm keeping an eye on the power of Tyrod.
Fair enough. Well, I already said that. I think Davis Mills is going to have a pretty good game tonight. So
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, the Panthers have always been pretty stout when it comes to defense. Why does it always have to be this tough? I guess I should do my pick'ems while I'm fresh in my mind, I guess. And you also lose the.
And for those that don't know, tomorrow we will be doing our predictions for this weekend's games because we didn't do it the past 2 weeks.
Oh God! Well, number one EFL pick, Sam Darnold comes out again. I mean, they have some weapons too, the Panthers, and that's the problem. The Texans got rid of all their weapons. They have like maybe baby weapons, but the Panthers are
folks,
legit.
This is why I make sure that Doc says what he wants to do because he'll go round and round.
I'm going Panthers.
Over?
Yeah, definitely going over.
Gotcha. All right. That's fine. We'll find out what happens tonight, folks. But
you have it under though.
Yeah, I have them under.
You think it's gonna be like 3?
No, it's gonna be at least under 8. It's gonna be under 8.
Like 7?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a touchdown.
No. It's gonna be like 13 or something stupid like that.
Hey. Wait, are you willing to put another gentleman's bet on this?
No.
Because you sound so sure.
How much of gentlemen are we being here?
We both bet $300 on this game. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm like, he's like, nah.
Not from these pockets.
He's like, where's Scott? Where's Scott? I need that money right now. But all in all, though, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. So far, Thursday Night Football hasn't disappointed like it has
it's been
in the
not
past.
So
I'm hoping that we'll be 3 for 3 for Thursday Night Football. End of the day, I just want a good game.
Facts. Big time facts. But outside of that, Johnny, I know you heard this show on your favorite podcast platform. But if you didn't, you can always go to our website at www.debateamongstfriends.com to not only hear this episode, but all of the previous. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as we cover this Thursday night football game where the Panthers would have went over the 8-point spread and so much more.
Wow.
And we'll always be delivering the news, the analysis, and the reads that I just gave.
Box doubling down, folks.